Okay, I don't know. You don't sound very good today. That crew's just going to pick up the power at the west end. They said to let you down so you could stop in the correct place there at Pando.
They'll put the power on at the west end.
That's correct.
Okay, that's QC, and they left it.
Not yet. They're there. They should be leaving any minute, but no, they haven't left yet.
There's a crew on here those days at 2:30.
That's correct. Well, they should be out of the way. They've been there a couple minutes and their crew's been on duty a while. So.
Coming down to the west end.
Pull down the west end, thanks.
Yeah.
Say again? You want to park till we die? Yeah, good while left. And he'll figure it out when our speed drops. Yeah, it's nice and comfy there. Quiet like this, isn't it? Yes, it is. Unfortunately, we're not going to make any 70 land speed records. And why? 12 hours of work. I know. The way I look at it now, it's 12 hours. Oh, you have to. If you don't, you just make yourself crazy.
How long does the trip usually take you? A good time?
A good time? I've done it from Minturn to Pueblo in 7 hours,
yeah.
6 hours. They say you can do it in 5, but you really have to have everyone in the siding waiting for you for that to happen. 6 hours and 15 minutes is the fastest I ever.
Oh yeah?
A train like this, actually, if we could have gotten right out of Minturn,
already made it.
We could have done well. 7 hours?
8 hours. Yeah, that's great.
But this lead unit isn't helping, and we still have a number of trains to meet, so. Yeah, but it's beautiful country, it's a weekend, and it's daylight. That's.
Yeah. You probably spend half your working career in the dark, huh?
You really do. So you come to appreciate daylight trips. sleeping at night instead of in the middle of the day.
Yeah. How many calls do you get out of Pueblo a week?
Pardon me?
How many calls do you get out of Pueblo a week?
How many calls?
Yeah.
I was averaging when we were busy about 10 hours at home after every trip.
Oh yeah?
And you just keep turning. But lately, the past couple trips, I've had 24 to 36 hours at home. Which isn't bad, don't get me wrong. It's just, I think we railroaders are never happy. Either we don't have enough time at home or we're not making enough money.
Yeah, is that right?
I think this unit might do okay in dynamic down the hill, so once we make it to the top, we should be all right.
So she cuts out.
Say again, I'm sorry?
She cuts out automatically on you, huh? I mean,
Yeah.
she just shuts down.
Yeah, we're getting a low water back there and tripping the governor, so the governor will shut the engine down and protect itself. I've checked everything, and everything is fine. We shouldn't be doing it.
Forward to the west there, the fourth position, over. Go ahead, over. Yeah, you need to stop south. Cars being short of phone booth, we're trying to change it out here.
Hey, Jeff, come over here, look back.
Okay, this train's going down the main line. We're going to pick up some helper units to west end.
That's Roy Isabel there,
Correct.
and that's Morty. That's good. They're behind us. I like that.
So how much seniority do you have?
There's about 12 of us that were engineers in Denver. We were all student engineers in Denver.
Yeah.
We were at the very bottom of the barrel in Denver. When they opened up the Dalhart pool, running Pueblo to Dalhart, they got tractor rights over to BN Santa Fe because of that merger.
Yeah.
All the old heads here at Tennessee Pass, all the men with more seniority, jumped over there.
Oh, really?
It's a higher mileage pool.
Oh, yeah?
That meant there were about 15 turns here in this pool that needed to be filled.
Wow.
Hey, Cooper, over.
So they sent us down here from Denver.
Uh-huh.
And it,
Hello.
I hate to
Yeah, you
admit
want to
it,
get that east one running? Yeah, here we go.
thanks guys, you're way ahead of there.
No, we're behind you.
I hope so. So
We're here.
it was kind of underhanded the way they did it. We weren't qualified engineers yet.
Yeah.
So basically, they abolished our student engineer jobs in Denver and said, but you know what? We've created 12 student engineer jobs in Pueblo.
Oh, yeah.
So if you want to work, you have to go to Pueblo.
Yeah.
And that way they bypassed a lot of union agreement, which I don't need to go into. But regardless, so they needed us over here, so that's why we're here. And now it looks like there's very little chance of us getting back to Denver unless they close this line.
Yeah. How do you like it?
I actually like this run a lot more.
Really?
Out of Denver, if you work over the Moffett, it's just 165 mile district, 12 to 15 mile an hour. Pueblo.
Yeah.
So it's all high-speed track. There's undulating territory. It's a good group of guys down here.
Yeah.
I really like working down here. I'm a much better engineer now than I was when I was just working in Denver.
Yeah.
And I still don't know much.
How do you like Pueblo?
To live?
Yeah.
To work
live.
out of.
Yeah.
I don't live in Pueblo.
Oh.
I live in Colorado Springs.
Oh, do you? Okay.
My girlfriend was able to get a job in the Springs for the same corporation she works for in Boulder, so it worked out really well. I like Pueblo. A lot of guys don't care for it. I enjoy the pace of it. I like the lifestyle in Pueblo. In fact, I could have afforded a really nice house in Pueblo. Well, they cut that helper in. Yeehaw! This is they cut their fourth unit in back there. This is called Stillwater here, Jeff. From here on up into Pando.
Yeah.
There's some pretty areas through here.
Yeah. Yeah, 3 weeks ago I hiked down here.
Did ya?
Yeah, and I stand right up on that pile of rocks up there.
Yeah.
We got some pictures up there.
You know, I think I saw you. Actually, now that you say that.
I'll probably see you browse for it.
Don't get to sleep.
Just kidding.
Starting to flatten out here through Pando.
Yeah, what do you do?
I'm sorry?
What do you do when you flatten out here? You shut down or
I
what?
just went down one throttle because the whole rear of my train's like this.
Yeah.
And we're about like this. I'll
Yeah.
throttle down one more. That way you're not putting excessive drawbar pressure on the train.
Yeah.
Then when the whole train is on the flat, you'll see even without throttling up, our speed is starting to take off.
Right.
And then I'll just leave it in about 6 throttle until we leave Pando and start to climb. And then as the train stretches out, I'll gradually increase my throttle as well.
So the helper is still in throttle 8, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He'll throttle down there in still water like we did, just like we did.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's more important when you got a guy in the middle and the rear for that middle guy to throttle down. Since we only have a helper in the middle, he might not even throttle down.
Oh.
So we don't really have, he doesn't have much of a train behind him, so.
But you said he'll stay in full throttle through Pando?
He'll throttle down. If he stayed in full throttle with those 4 ACs, our maximum speed for Pando is 25.
Oh, I see.
And we
Yeah.
would exceed that
I see.
easily.
Most fact, you don't want to bust in half because it gets mad.
Yeah, we don't want that. That's bad.
Yeah.
We have a clear signal. RG5363 East, the helper is high-vol Pando over.
Pando, helper out.
These bumps are hikers.
They're fishermen with an avalanche head, so I like them.
Yeah, that turned out to be an avalanche, man.
That's kind of hard not to when you win the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, it really
I
is.
never even knew what hockey was until I started watching it. It was pretty exciting.
Yeah, I played some in St. Louis, but not enough, obviously. Here I am running trains.
So where do you figure your next meet will be?
I really don't know. We'll have to stop at Tennessee Pass.
Yeah.
Cut out the helper. That CHROM was 4 hours behind those other two, so I honestly can't tell you. I would guess Americas.
Yeah.
That's just a guess. If he's a heavy one, we could meet him at Salida. Although I doubt it. Nah, it's probably Americas. Heck, you can be way to the top for us. Who knows? Actually, I think cold. Somebody just called a flash of yellow. I think we might meet him at the top. That's cool.
Hey, here's our people we woke up the other night.
Yeah, thank God you don't have a horn button over there.
You ever see anybody camping on this side of the tent right over there?
I might have.
That's me. That's me. Every July.
It's a good area.
Yeah.
It really is.
I camp there so I can get woken up by trains all night long.
Yeah, that guy, where he parked his trailer was right. So when I came down the track here, my headlight was on his trailer.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I didn't understand that at all.
And if that squirrel hadn't ran across the track, I wouldn't have had to blow the horn at.
Exactly. You're mean.
Yes, I am.
I bet on Saturdays and Sundays you see a lot of rail fans out here, huh?
I'm sorry?
Well, I was going to say, I bet on a Saturday and Sunday you see a lot of rail fans out here, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, see Charlie, your radio keeps cutting out there, but do you have permission? You said you're going to put that 344 and the 177 on the point to take to Glenwood, is that correct? Okay, you have permission to put that 344 on your track warrant. Okay, how are you going to do this? You're going to need flag on the siding there behind that train, or how do you want to go about it? Okay, you're ready to come out of the west end of that Manor siding and get on your train. Master radio, over. Alright, 164 and the radios are sure breaking up there. Yes, you do have permission to depart in, and that CHR lab's cleared you there. Go ahead and depart in and over. That's correct. REM, so it looks like he's cleared you there. Should have a signal. Okay to depart. That's right.
Yep, got one at Tennessee Pass. There's a good chance there'll be a road foreman up there, Jeff.
Okay.
At the top, so thanks.
I'll shut off the camera when we hit the tunnel, and then I'll duck away. There's no chance that road foreman's going to ride with you, is he?
Oh no, what they're doing is with a lot of us newer engineers, they're setting road foreman down the hill.
Oh
to
yeah.
Your trains.
Yeah.
This guy on that CHROM's got a son of a bitch of a train, for lack of a better word. So.
Yeah, did we clear that road crossing back there? No, not yet. We're getting another crossing card over. Every 6 months.
So you normally stay on the main, switch out the helpers, don't you? Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. There's a curve right here where the lead unit's went off?
Yeah, right to your left there.
Rock.
I think there's a data on its way to benefit.
Dispatch radio.
Dispatch radio, 5363 East there, keep radio.
Go ahead, 5263, over.
That's dispatch electric permission to have that over, so it's
Alright, 5363, I've got a train there on the siding, so 5363 East has permission to go to help out some plane at Tennessee Town behind the SP 147 west, over.
147.
Roger, RG 5360 East. Driving Tennessee past that bridge, we got the overseas side behind west on over.
That's correct, over.
Okay, dispatch, thank you. 5360
That's up.
Jerry Forshaw.
Roger, okay, more things. Off to the left, you can kind of make it out as the old railroad right-of-way on the other side of the canyon there.
Yeah. I drove my Jeep down there one time.
Yeah.
It's a nice little drive.
I've actually always wanted to take my Jeep down there. I never have.
You know, if you go way down there, you can come out at Climax.
Really?
Yeah, you drive through a little pass back there.
That'd be pretty cool, actually. We took our Jeep over Rollins Pass one time.
Yeah. Yeah, a long time ago, I drove all the way across.
Did you?
Before they had the tunnel closed up there and everything.
I was there, the tunnel was closed.
Yeah.
Heck, we were there in June and there were still snow drifts in some of the parts of the canyon there. Through the cuts.
Looks like they replaced a lot of rail up here in the last few years.
Yeah. It'll flatten out up here as we go through these S-curves in the Mitchells so you can get a good shot of the train
Yeah.
back this direction.
Okay. So what's your speed right now?
16 mile an hour.
16, yeah?
Yeah. We'd do a little better if we had this lead unit, but
Yeah.
not that much better.
What's your maximum coming up here?
I've had a little EU CHQ one time, or excuse me, an OAMSF. I had about 20 auto rack empties
Yeah?
and 4 SDs. So I came through here at about 22 mile an hour.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun. That was my 6-hour trip.
Uh-huh.
We didn't even need helpers up the hill.
Now, are you in full throttle then?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have been since we left Pando. And And I'll stay in full throttle until we get in the tunnel. Then I'll
Yeah.
start to gradually throttle down and go into dynamic inside the tunnel.
Well, you actually going dynamic inside, huh?
Yeah, I try not to set the air while you're in the tunnel because you hate to have it go into emergency if you have the helper crew still in the tunnel.
Yeah, right.
So you control your speed of the dynamic until you get out of the tunnel. West end of it,
called?
Pardon me? Yeah, he was called same time.
Oh shit. That's sucker went.
He was crying about that. Bateman was crying in there a minute and wanted to run around us if I didn't hurry up. Hey, sorry.
Who was?
Mike Bateman, student engineer. Jeff, you want to sit over here for a minute? It shows what the pressure is on the rear.
Oh yeah.
So you know all that. So load meter, which of course is a working speedometer, and then your air gauges.
Yeah.
I am the hell really bad. I know, right? It's not much fun when it's going uphill.
I'll tell you, I've never really understood all the air gauges though.
Really? Well, here's your main reservoir, your red one. That shows we have about 136 pounds in our main reservoir. That's what you use to keep your air supply and your train charged. The equalizing reservoir, it's the best way to explain it is this is what I look at when I'm making my air. When I'm setting my air using my automatic. If I want a 6-pound set or whatever, this is actually what I use to gauge my set. I don't look at the brake pipe because that is a little slower in responding. When I use the equalizing, there's actually something in here, a little diaphragm, that transposes what I've set here into a set on the brake pipe. I know I'm not explaining myself very well, but then this red one is my independent. That's my engine brake, and the white one is my brake pipe showing what I have on the train.
Yeah.
That's the quickie version of it. There's also one thing I wish we had here instead of the speedometer. A lot of times I'll put the speedometer here. It's a flow meter. That'll show you just how your airflow is doing in your train. You really learn to watch that, especially if, say, your Fred isn't working on the rear. That way, when your flow meter's down to 0, you know your entire train is charged. Something like that. I kind of wish we had that, but I won't lose too much sleep over it.
Yeah. So you're in throttle 8.
When I go to dynamic, I'll use this.
Yeah.
This is my reverser.
Yeah.
You know, my direction. Generator field, engine run, my control circuit breakers there. Dynamic, you always want that up.
Yeah.
Warning lights here. And around this corner we'll go into the tunnel.
Right.
Guys, see what do you got for power, over? Got the 105 on the west end, 125, 361, and the 237, over. Okay, you're on that RB, what the hell is he? ROCHM 19.
The hell is he?
Okay, guys, thank you. Roger,
I've never heard him do that. I haven't done it.
We have a clear, but we'll probably have a high yellow at Tennessee. Well, no, we won't. We'll have a green if he's in the clear for us.
He's already there.
Yeah, if he's waiting, we're okay.
P80 Denver to the 4th Minute Help Road. What power do you got today, over?
Well, I can't make out what it is. Looks like a green. Clear green's it. I should have cut that on before.
So are you in dynamics right now?
I am, but you can't hear it because this unit's isolated. And I should have, when I went into idle, I should have backed this one back up, and I slipped my mind. I could knock it up now, but I'd hate to do it. Already being in 5 throttle and dynamic.
Yeah.
So I'll just wait until we stop up here.
So what's the helper doing right now? Is he just in idle?
He's, you know, it's hard to say because I've never been in a helper, but he's kind of did the same thing. He powered up into the tunnel, throttled back, and now we're going to real light dynamic until we're ready to stop. Yeah, I think you walked back there and told this guy you can do the ride. I bet you'd have, there's 3 of them, so you'd have a pretty good chance. Thanks for, I apologize for making you do that.
Yeah, that's fine. You know, I did that once before. I rode the units on a BN train to a Lincoln.
Oh, really?
And this is my 3rd ride, actually.
So you know all this stuff.
Oh, I just know a little bit. That was a long time ago, and seems like a long time ago, you know, back in the 70s, you get a lot of friendly people that do stuff like that. And nowadays, you know, you're the first guy I've met in a long time that would do this, you know?
Thank you. Yeah, and I kind of realized that I work with a lot of guys that thoroughly hate their jobs.
Yeah.
They hate the railroad. They can't understand why anyone would want to take a picture of a train.
Yeah.
You know, and I firmly believe in the pursuit of happiness. And if you want to take train pictures, hey, do your thing. These guys just get so bitter about things. I don't understand. Anyway. If it makes you feel better, I know a lot of rail fans that are closet rail fans that work for the railroad.
Is that right?
Oh yeah. I know some that thoroughly despise their jobs and hate. The problem is you learn to, as a rail fan, you just see a train. You don't see the crew. You just, you know what I mean? You see the railroad, you see the train, you see Rio Grande units.
Yeah.
Me, I mean, I go through union bullshit. I go through bullshit with my job. The power never works.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to remember why you were real. I mean,
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's hard to. And I really try to maintain some sort of balance about the whole thing.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I sit in an office 8 hours a day.
Do you?
And I envy you.
Thank you. And I envy you to an extent there where you have a regular schedule.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I'm home every night at 5:45.
Exactly. Do you work in Denver?
Yeah.
63 east, eyeball your roll by over. Good roll by. Thanks, guys. 63 east, out. 20 cars, 63. 20 more. Have a good trip, Mikey.
What's that guy's name?
Mike Simpson is the engineer.
What did he used to do before this?
Roger. Pardon me, say that again?
What did he do before this?
Mike Simpson?
We're all kind of arrogant.
Huh?
Yeah, all you young engineers are kind of arrogant.
About 10 cars now, 53.
10 was stop 53, 63.
You're going to be passing the green 127 west.